Warning! Foreign accent! 1, 2, 3!
1, 2, 3!
Yes, welcome yet to another episode from Foreign Citizen. In this episode, it's gonna be we're gonna be continuing the episode of last week. Oh,
Now, I was trying to, I was thinking, all the things that we miss about all these years when we were
Okay.
younger. So, let's start with that question. What do you miss from you were like a child?
what do I miss from being a child? Man, I miss not having any responsibilities,
Yeah.
like at all,
Like the-
not caring about anything.
Yeah, the only thing that you have to carry is about studying.
No, not
And
even.
not even, because most of the people were failing.
My biggest worry at the time when I was growing up is going back home and find out what my mother was cooking. that was like my biggest worry.
Yeah.
Like this is what I thought about all day, every day.
Yeah.
Oh, what is she cooking today? Did she make us burger? And it's always disappointing. You know, every time you go home and it's disappointing. Like it's not what you imagine.
Yeah. That happened all the time. And I miss all the time that we had. Like we used to go to school and you have whole day. Like at 1 p.m. you're at home
You're done. That's it.
and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go home, play with your friends, spend the whole day playing.
And we didn't like that. We were always complaining. Like,
Man.
how stupid were we?
Yeah. Man, when I was in high school, I remember.
I remember.
I knew it. And I used to tell my friends, like, in 2 or 3 years, you're going to be like, oh, I miss these years.
Oh, so you knew it in
I knew
high
because the
school.
life is going to be, like, harder, you know. You
Yeah.
have more responsibilities. You have, man, a lot of things that you have to carry about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's... and
Yeah.
here I am. Here we are.
Here we are, man. We are living in Miami in a completely different setup than where we grew up. And yeah, man, childhood is a funny, it's a nice thing. Like now I understand better when they say like, I miss the good old days. Now I know what it means.
And one of the things that I miss the most is vacation. Even like I'm from Dominican Republic, you know that, and in Dominican Republic we have a lot of holidays. Probably in Lebanon too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the U.S. In the U.S. we only have like 4.
Yeah,
4
like the
holidays.
official- I mean, it depends. It depends on. No, they do have a lot of holidays here, but
But for
the
us-
company doesn't give you a lot of holidays.
Yeah.
That's different.
Like for us it's just like 4 a year.
barely.
Barely. Yeah, because you were working in Labor Day.
Yeah, on Labor Day we were working. Yeah, we labored on Labor Day.
Perfect.
What else could you ask for? Man, yeah, you don't, like, there's a saying that you don't actually know the value of something unless you lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were growing up, when we were in school, we had 3 months of vacation every summer.
Yeah.
3 months doing nothing. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to do like your summer homework,
Yeah.
which sucked.
And in winter, you have like
Christmas
three,
and then
3 weeks vacation. Man, it was amazing.
You have in winter you have Christmas vacation, and then you have the Easter vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So those are like 2 big vacations that you get, and in some countries you get the spring break.
Yeah.
And I know in Europe they also get like the winter break.
Man, in Europe it's perfect. Like they have like 3 months vacation, and even like they work and they have like 2 hours or 3 at least.
Yeah, to go have lunch.
Go have lunch, sleep, and then go back and work. It's like it's
I do the same. Like I go have lunch and I come back.
And
I'm awake, but I'm asleep at my desk. Like, you know,
me too.
sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah. I like that one. Zoom in, zoom out.
Let's explain what zoom in, zoom out. So we work in architecture firms,
Yeah.
both of us,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, when you are working on a drawing, you have
water.
water, right? When you are working on a drawing,
Mm-hmm.
you have like, you know, you have the drawing and you have your AutoCAD or whatever program you're working on. And you can just like zoom in and zoom out, zoom in, and it seems like you're working, but you're actually not. You just zoom in and zoom out.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we do.
And I like man. In the university was the same, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because like every 4, in my university was quadrimesters. How do you call it here? Like 4 months. It's quadrimester.
Like quarters, yeah.
Yeah, quarters. Yeah. And once you finish the quarter, you have like at least 3 weeks vacation, and it was better than school, because like every 3 months you have vacation and you plan things with your friends from the university and with your family.
Yeah.
That was good. Now 11.
Okay.
So how much have we recorded?
11:20, let's say.
Okay.
Okay.
And like when you're at university, you have like, you know that you at the end of this quarter you're gonna have a vacation.
Yeah.
You plan like you're planning while you're studying. You're planning what you're gonna do in your next vacation, and you can plan things. Like right now we can't.
You complain?
No, you can plan. You can plan.
You can be a plane and travel everywhere. Just turn on your engine and travel.
No, man, don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of your English.
I know.
Which
It's
mine
perfect.
is not better.
I know.
I mean, but that's the point, right?
Yeah.
That's the point of having a foreign citizen podcast.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, like at least you can travel, you can do more. I feel like right now we have like 10 days vacation. Like all the companies
Yeah.
here in the US, you have
Yeah.
10-day vacation.
In the best case scenario, you
Yeah.
get 14 days. That's
And-
like the best case. You work 365 days a year to get 14
Yeah,
days or
that-
10 days. Like
Man,
that sucks.
I'm about to
guys.
cry.
That sucks.
I'm about to cry.
Please don't.
And for me, it's worst because I have like I have to take vacation in December.
Right.
Yeah, it's obligatory. So everybody's gonna take vacation at this period of the time. So
On Christmas.
on Christmas. So I will probably have like 5 days vacation
Uh-huh.
after that, and I want to go to, I want to travel, and if I travel I won't spend just 1 week in another country, you know that, like
Yeah.
you can't do too much in another country with just 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to take more vacations, and they charge me for that. Like every week that I spend without working, it's money. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, you don't get paid. You don't get paid.
Yeah, that sucks. Ka-ching. Man.
So yeah, man. I mean, it's employment basically. It's
Yeah.
like that.
So if you are an entrepreneur, you don't have to deal with this.
I mean,
You work more,
yeah.
but it's for you. Like if you have your company, you can work 24/7, but at least it's for you, you know.
So do your own company, man.
I've tried so hard, but man, it's
But it didn't
It
work.
didn't work. It works, but it didn't work like you
Like
expected.
I expected.
And here, like when you move to a new country,
I mean, the only way to succeed and to move forward is to keep failing, man.
Mhm.
You have to keep failing to move forward, and you learn. Like
Yeah.
I
You
bet
learn more from failing.
Yeah, I
than-
bet like now if you want to do like another company, way more than the first time.
Yeah.
And the third time it's gonna be even better. The
Yeah.
fourth time, eventually, you're gonna make it. And the difference between people who succeed and people who don't is that people who don't, they just stop trying.
Yeah, persistence is
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
I'm just like all the time that I want to say something, I just use the words in Spanish and try to translate it my way and
To
see
English.
if that it exists. So it exists.
It exists. Yes.
And man, I think like for us, I don't know if that happened to you, but like when you're trying to do this in another country, like you don't know too much people. In architecture, you need to have contacts.
That's why you need to have a plan.
Yeah.
You need to have a plan. Like
Mhm.
no one. I mean, yeah, some people did like become entrepreneurs and become very successful from nothing without even like starting in a job. But most people, like, you need to build your network. You need to
Yeah.
have your
I
connections.
think
You
that's the
the most important thing.
most important
Money
point.
is like you don't need to have a lot of money. You don't need to have a lot of capital.
You don't need talent. You don't need even talent. You can hire people. You need the contact.
You need charisma.
Man,
You
even
need
that.
to know how. No,
At
you
the
need to
beginning,
know
no,
how
yeah,
to.
at the beginning,
yeah.
at the beginning, you have to know how to deal with people.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And even like if you're gonna be an entrepreneur or if you wanna work for a company, like dealing with people is the most paid skill.
Now.
And that's what companies want to.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
That's what I can
I
say.
think that I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
You know, you always have to push you more and more and more.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an architect and I do podcast.
That's not the answer. I do my best.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
When they ask you, what do you do for a living?
I do my best
My best. I do my best.
to survive. Like we're not survivors. No.
Scott. Michael Scott.
Scott.
By the way, we are big big fan
Fans.
of the Office.
Yeah. He have watched The Office like 20 times, I think.
Yeah, no, 14. Come on.
14. Oh, sorry.
And this is in the last 4 years, not
Mhm.
more than that. So yeah, this it's actually like this show
Mhm.
actually helped me understand better the culture
Mhm.
and helped me with my English and helped me with the office workplace.
Mhm.
I mean, in reality, it like I know in the show it's like above and beyond,
Mhm.
like what they do and the craziness,
Yeah.
but you can still find that, and we've seen that.
Yeah. Man, it's more common that like we thought.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is common to see.
I don't like. I told Sam like I don't like comedy.
Mhm.
Like to make me laugh, like you have to be really good.
Yeah,
And like I love sarcasm.
Mhm.
Probably you too.
yeah.
Like I love like sarcasm and black. They call it black
Black
comedy.
Black comedy.
I love that, and that's
Yeah.
why I love The Office. 'Cause
Yeah.
they are. I don't know. They say the things like
Yeah, like nothing,
Without
like
thinking
nothing
about
is
it.
happening. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and you don't get it. It's a joke when you like hear it and you reflect. I'm like, what? Did that just happen? Like what?
Yeah.
What happened?
I think like most of the people should be like that. Like you be more tolerant to
Yeah.
you know what people say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, this show, man, this show is really good. It's really good. Whenever like I'm not feeling, I'm
Mhm.
feeling down or
Mhm.
whatever, I just put it on
That's
and
your
watch
your
it. man.
therapy.
Yeah, I watch it. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's real. Like you
Yeah.
feel like this, and what Greg Daniel did, man. The way they filmed the show,
Mhm.
the
It looks like they are
it's so real.
improvising.
Yeah, it's so real. And but everything is scripted.
Yeah, I know.
Like they did improvise some of
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but most of it is scripted.
yeah.
Even like the way the camera move, you feel like, oh, they just stumbled upon this
Yeah.
place and they have a camera and now they're recording, but no.
Yeah, yeah,
But we should dedicate another like
yeah. We
full
have to do
episode
another episode for that.
for
so
the others.
going back to the topic,
Yeah.
another thing that I miss is like the friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Like
In terms of what? Like what do you
in
mean
terms
by
of
friendship?
like your friendship with people is longer. Like you knew that you have your friends from school, for example, and you have your friends from the neighborhood. You know that next year they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So next year you know that you're gonna be with the same people and you are gonna still hanging out with them.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like even like moving to another country, it doesn't matter. Like if I still in Dominican Republic, probably it's gonna be the same. Like it's harder to meet with your friends. Like you have to do it's like kind of a point.
You have to plan it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like everybody has a lot of things to do. Man, everybody's busy. Even you and me. Like we try to meet the most we can, but it's hard. Like sometimes you have to work. Sometimes I had to work. Like even
Sometimes you have to get drunk.
yeah. Man, he's pissed. So even like you have really close friends and you like them and you when you meet like you spend like really great time with them,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't.
Yeah.
And man, like I have really good friends that I talk to them like 2 or 3 times a year,
Mhm.
and they are like my best friends, and it's I don't know.
It all goes back to like having more responsibilities. So you have to do your own thing, man. You don't have enough time to do everything you want. And this brings us to like, what do you hate about growing up? Like for me, man, I hate doing stuff that's a waste of time, but you have to do it just because you are grown up now. Like
And
doing
things
doing laundry.
Yeah, like things that you don't love.
Yeah.
You don't love to do.
And doing the dishes and doing laundry. Like
Man,
I hate doing the laundry.
Nobody
man.
told me that
hate it.
that I had to do the laundry every day,
Yeah.
and that you have to cook, Meg.
And you have to cook,
Man.
right? Like this is what I have to cook. I have to. If I don't cook, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna
Yeah.
starve.
And like once you move by yourself, it gets worse. Like if I don't cook, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna cook for you,
Yeah.
and you can, but you shouldn't be ordering food every day.
So
But you couldn't pay-
all you kids growing up learn how to cook.
Learn how to cook. You remember the time that I was cooking in Alabama?
I should tell this
Man,
story, man.
tell-
I should tell
tell
this
them.
story. So when Julio and I moved here, it was like our first time living on our own.
Uh-huh.
So we were like amateurs when it comes to cooking. We got better eventually, and we started traveling with our company, traveling to like do work in other states
So,
like Alabama and
a
Texas.
parenthesis. That word exists? Parenthesis.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay. So we used to, like we told in other
Another episode.
episodes, yeah. Like we used to travel a lot.
A lot.
Like I really, literally, I was living in Texas
Mhm.
because I used to spend like 1 month there, go back to Miami, and then go back there and go back and forth.
Yeah.
So we had to do like, we have to move all the time. Like
Yeah.
we have to move to a new apartment.
Mhm.
It was a mess.
So we went to Alabama, and we were working on a project over there, and me and Julio were staying together. So basically, they gave us like a 2-bedroom apartment, and we were staying there together. And man, you can hear the
Yeah.
cars. What is
That's an
that?
airplane? No, that's a truck.
That's a truck.
It's okay. That's
So-
part of the show.
Yeah, this is part
That's
of Miami.
on
like-
purpose.
yeah, this is in Miami. We are sitting in Miami right next to the bridge. For people who are not watching or just listening, we are sitting in Miami Bayfront.
Mhm. So shout out to all the people that is watching us right now.
Yeah, shout out to all the Miami people. Man, we keep going out of topic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. So we were living in Alabama,
Mhm.
and we were staying in a 2-bedroom apartment, Julio and I.
Mhm.
And we were basically trying to cook every day and to eat and not go out
Not spend that month
and not spend a lot of money, because we weren't like doing this for like just a week. We were staying there for a couple months.
Mhm.
So one day Julio was like, "Okay, I'm gonna cook today. What do you feel like?" I'm like, "Whatever, man. What do you know how to cook?" He's like, "Oh, I can cook salmon.
I'm a chef.
Yeah, I'm a chef. I can do salmon and rice. You want that?" I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever." And he started cooking, and I was like, "Man, where's the salmon? Like, man, where's the salmon? I'm hungry. Come on, let's go. And he's like, okay, I got you. And then I was like waiting and sitting at the dining table and waiting for Julio, and he's like bringing the salmon, and you can see his face. He's like have this smirky smile, like. I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Well, I hope you like sushi."
No.
I hope you like sashimi.
No. Like the salmon was in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
And it was like froze, like really
Yeah, it
froze.
was in the freezer.
And I didn't know it. When I sit there and I give you the salmon,
Yeah.
I thought that it was perfect. I was super proud of me. I was like, I'm a fucking chef. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really good at. He's gonna love it. And I started eating first.
Yeah, you started
And
eating
when
first.
I
like-
started like cutting there, I was like, man, it has like ice inside. Still, and I was like, oh
it
my
was
god.
like still raw, like nothing,
fish-
burnt on the outside and raw on the inside.
The fish was moving. I think. Man, it was really funny.
He's like, and he was like saying it like so quietly and like nothing's going on. Well, I hope you like sashimi. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you'll find out. You'll find out. And I was like, Julio, what is this? When I started eating, like, what is this? He's like, well, I told you. It was cool, man. We had in Alabama, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though like we were working like crazy,
Yeah.
but we discovered a whole new town.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever take you to the lake in Alabama or no?
No. We hang out just one time, I think. We went to the university area where they have all these bars.
Oh
and all
yeah,
this,
yeah.
But not more than that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I think I went there with Nate,
yeah, with Nate.
who we're gonna have on another episode.
In another episode, yeah. So going back to the topic, like another thing that we were not worried when we were a child is money.
Mm.
Man, like I think that every time that we met, and by the way, like every time that we met, we try to not talk about topics
Mm-hmm.
because we want you to,
Yeah, we want to
listen.
talk with you
It's
about
the same
this.
thing that we're doing right now, but when we're home, like we're not recording this. Like So another thing is the money. Like every time that we meet, we think about like ideas and opportunities that we have to create to make money and be independent. Like when we were a child, even like me, I was poor, but
You didn't care
yeah,
because
I
you didn't know. Like the money concept didn't exist
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
You were not paying bills. You weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
You were just barely going home
Yeah.
and shitting yourself
Yeah. Cheating myself.
and crying.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I wish I can do that and do nothing else. Can you imagine?
Yeah. And what about you? Like, do you think about money all the time? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think about money in terms of money, in terms
Mhm.
of like, oh, I want money because I want to buy this. I think
Mhm.
about money more as a tool to
Mhm.
be like,
Independent.
to be independent, to buy
And-
your freedom, basically.
Yeah, that's the word.
Buy
That's the
your
key
freedom.
word. Freedom.
It doesn't matter how much money you have if you're not free.
Yeah. If you like, that's what I say. Like, if you have to work 24/7 to have money and be rich, at the end,
It's not
What's
worth
the
it.
point?
Yeah, what's the point?
what's the point of being rich and can spend time with your family and your friends
Mhm.
and don't enjoy like things? I don't know.
Money, man. Money is just a tool for you to buy your freedom, man. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
And
it.
money doesn't buy the happiness.
No,
At the end,
freedom is
freedom. Freedom is happening, man.
freedom is happiness.
You have to quote this. You have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Freedom
you
is
know,
happiness.
it's like my famous quote. On
Yeah.
Sunday, I like to dress up,
I like to dress up. Yeah.
go sit down, and watch people.
Yeah. I like this phrase.
We always like, and this is the reason why we decided to do a podcast, because me and Julio we always used to like sit down and have like
Talk about life.
talk about life, talk about everything, and I always used to come up with those quotes
Mm-hmm.
that are like so funny, and every time he said like, man, we should record this, like it's so funny, we should record this. And no, but some quotes that I said are really meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Okay. So going back
So,
to the.
so okay, let's decide on this quote. Money can buy you happiness, but freedom can.
Yes.
That's
Man,
the quote of today.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
That's for your next book. Our next book.
Our next book,
Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna put it on a wall
Yeah.
and make it as a neon sign.
Yeah.
By the
So-
way, let us know what you think about our intro.
Yeah.
We just finished our intro, finally.
We had two at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think we have to put like both, and people decide one or two.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do that. Like our two viewers who are watching inside.
Me and you. Oh my god. So okay, next thing I think about like being a child, you don't have to think about the future. Like you knew when you were in school. You
Oh, I have a story for that. I have a
Uh-huh.
story for that. You know, when you are a child and they ask about the future, all they ask about is what you want to be when you grow up.
I want to be a police. I want to be a fireman.
I want to be in the army.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all people like come up with
I want to be an astronaut.
yeah, like their role model, what they look up to. They don't think, and it's good. It's a good thing actually.
Yeah.
They don't think about the money, because if you are in the army, you're not making any more money. You're not making money.
No.
You're not. If you are a firefighter, you're definitely not making any money. And putting your life in danger.
Maybe here. I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
talking,
yes.
I'm talking about in our country.
Oh no. Yeah. Because yeah, man.
It's because you really, when you are a kid, you don't think about that. You
You-
think about like, oh, I'm passionate for this. I'm passionate for that.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Man, like we should be kids. Like all.
What-
man,
what
we
did
have
you-
to think about being.
What did you want it to be when you were growing up?
Man, even now I want to be an astronaut. I'm late for that, and I'm probably not in my best
Shape
shape to do that.
or form
Or form,
mental health.
or skill, or
Mental
everything.
health.
Mental health. But I want to, man. I want to go to the moon, like for real. Like when I see like images of the moon and I don't know the space and all these.
You know that's not gonna happen.
I know, man. You don't know, man. Yesterday, the first flight, like commercial flight. So you never know, man. In 10 years, probably
Yeah,
we're
the
gonna be
first flight with like regular people on it.
X space.
Yeah,
So
SpaceX.
That's a probably
Okay,
a
let
porn-
me
a
explain
porn.
to you what Julio is trying to say, because it didn't make any sense. So he's saying that yesterday SpaceX sent a mission
Mhm.
to the International Space Center with regular people on it and not astronauts. That's what he's trying to say. So there's hope.
Yeah.
There's hope.
Man, maybe in 10 years that's gonna be like an Uber. I wanna take an Uber to the moon. Maybe.
Maybe. And not in 10 years.
Yeah. More than that, but man,
Maybe when we are like in our 50, 60
yeah.
and we are...
I don't care. I just wanna, man. If I go to space, I can die right away. I don't care. That's gonna be like my top
Really?
in the bucket list. Yeah, man, for real. Even like I was watching a movie, and they used to say like, once you go to the space,
Mm-hmm.
you never wanna go back, because you feel like this freedom. Like I don't know, it's a rare sensation, and people get frustrated when they go to a space and they can go again. You
Yeah.
know? That's why. I don't know.
Well, I guess you have to go to find out.
Yeah, we have to. We have to find out.
We have to go. Next episode is gonna be reporting from Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for me, I have the story when I was in ninth grade.
Mm-hmm.
So here they counted differently. So I was let's say I was like 9 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in class, and the teacher asked us like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I was sitting like at the end of the class, so they start from like the first row and they go all the way to the back, and everyone were like, "I want to be a doctor, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a police, I want to be," and everyone was saying, and I was like really thinking about it, like I wasn't like, what do I want to be that no one else gonna be?
You want to be different.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's
So I was like-
man. That's good.
I don't want to be like now. Obviously, I'm an architect, but I wasn't thinking like, oh, I want to be an architect or I want to be this. I want to be different. You know, I
Mhm.
want to be something like different. And
Are you still trying to be different? Yeah,
I think I am in
Man,
in a
we're-
way. Everyone is different, man.
No, no,
Mhm.
not everybody's different. Like even if you're different, you think like the common, you know.
Yeah.
And people want to do the same thing. I think
Mm-hmm.
I consider myself different. Like not everybody's doing podcasts, at least.
Yeah.
No,
No, everybody is.
No. No. Not everybody's doing podcasts.
Man, I am who I am.
I
I
like-
don't. I don't care if I'm different or not. Now
Yeah.
it's just.
I just want to try to do like new things in my life
Yeah.
and put me in situations that I can. I don't know. Even I like to do things that I suck
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. That's
can
a feeling
learn.
like podcast. I don't know how to speak English and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like it put me in a situation that I have to grow and learn and put me. I don't know. Put
Mhm.
me in a better shape. I don't know.
I don't know.
Doing it.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So-
I know in Spanish, but I don't know in English.
Like
It's
if
like-
you hear him in Spanish, he's very smart.
Yeah, and I'm super funny in Spanish.
Yeah,
that
too.
sucks. When you came from another country and your main language is in another language, like
Mhm.
when you think right now, I'm thinking in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you can't say it.
When I'm telling it, it's like 2 words,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so they went through all the students in the class and they were asking everyone like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And everyone was coming up with those typical like answers.
Mhm.
And by the time she got to me, she's like, "Oh, Sam, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I'm like, "I want to be Tarzan." I'm like, "I want to be Tarzan." Dead serious. Like, I want to be Tarzan. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to be jumping between the trees." And she's like, "What?" And everyone started laughing, like all the class.
Are you kidding me?
No, I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. I'm like, for me, that was freedom. Like,
Mhm.
you're a jungle man living in the jungle. No one's telling you anything.
Man,
So
right now, I want to be Tarzan.
yeah,
That's funny. Like,
Yeah.
I love nature.
and man,
you don't have to work.
you don't
Man,
have to
you
do
have to-
anything. You're just jumping between the trees.
You can go to the tree and get some bananas and
Coconut
that's it. Coconuts, and that's it.
and dance with the monkeys.
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Man,
And really, at the time, I was like so like at this age, you start to feel like, oh, school is like a. You have regulation. You have
Yeah.
to do this. You have to be on time. You start
probably
to,
you were like the intelligent student. You were like super focused, probably like me.
No, I wasn't focused, man. I was the student who was like who was like always trying to break the rules, like
Okay,
always.
But at the end, okay, but at the same time, you were like
Because man, I don't like to be like, I don't like to have rules. I don't like to be like, this is how you are a good student and this is how you're not.
Mhm.
I just want to be me, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. So when they asked me these questions in ninth grade, I wasn't really like trying to be funny.
Mhm,
I was like,
You
what
were
is the
te-
most
telling the
freedom? Yeah, what is the most freedom you can get?
yeah.
And for me, from what I knew at the time, I was like, well, Tarzan Leak, he seems free.
Man,
Like he do
he-
whatever he wants.
He's the shit. He's the
Yeah,
shit.
like, yeah, he's jumping between the trees. Like this is freedom, you know. And everyone was laughing, and she got like really pissed, and she kicked me out. It was my first time getting kicked out of a class. I was 9 years old,
What?
and I was so scared that they kicked me out. Like I didn't know. Like it was my first time ever being kicked out of the class. And they called my parents, and they're like, "What did I do wrong? Like I wasn't trying to be funny. Like I'm for real."
Yeah, man. Even like if I were the teacher right now with my mentality, and you say that, I would probably be like, "Damn, this kid is fucking genius."
Man, she was pissed, and I still remember the teacher. And eventually, like, I met her later, and she actually she taught us the class like
Shout out to her.
in high school,
Shout out to her.
and we became like really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, man, she got pissed because all the class was laughing. You know,
Yeah.
she didn't think about it like, oh, what does he mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I mean.
Yeah,
I knew that I wanted to do whatever I want,
Yeah.
and I saw Tarzan doing whatever the fuck he wants.
So
That's what I did.
So you knew from when you were 9 years old that you wanted freedom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, you were a genius, like kind of a genius.
Apparently not.
I think
Look
like,
where I am. Apparently not.
man, trust me, you're doing good. Like
Thank
you're
you,
trying,
thank
man.
you.
You're trying to get out of the train. Like you,
Yeah, the
when you
rat
get
race.
the rat race. But like when you get inside of this, it never stops.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told you, like we don't have vacation. We have to work. If you stop working,
Yeah.
you're out.
Yeah.
You're out.
And especially like for us moving here without any family here, you have to live on your own. You
Mhm.
have to basically survive.
Yeah.
Like what do you do for a living? I do my best. It's exactly that. It's not, you have to juggle a job to give you the income to survive, to pay rent, to do all that stuff, because you cannot go live in your mother basement because we don't have that option.
Yeah.
It's actually our parents who come and live with us.
Yeah. We had it when we were there,
Yeah, but
but not now.
now we're here.
Yeah.
So we don't have the option of go and living in your mother basement. So
Mhm.
that's not going to happen. So there's a lot of pressure on you surviving and you juggling other things, like trying to do another idea, trying to do like this podcast, trying to invent stuff, trying to get to your freedom, trying to save money,
Yeah.
to invest it in something that's going to give you freedom eventually.
Yeah.
And like for me at this point, I'm doing like my best,
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Like once you grow up, you have to think in the future. Like it's not when you were a kid. Like you have to think 3 months at least. The least that you can think is 3 months again. Yeah, 3
Ahead.
months ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to think in like if you get fired, you need to have like your backup.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to pay rent at least for
Man,
3 or 4 months.
Some people live paycheck to paycheck.
I know.
Like
And-
that sucks. Like
and I don't know how they do it and how they sleep with that.
And listen, they are making money. It's not like they make like 70,
And-
80,000 a year,
Yeah,
which is good.
The lifestyle is really good.
Yeah, but they live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't think
risky.
those people think like they don't think like us.
Yeah.
Everyone
And
like
probably-
see life different.
And probably they are happier. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, knowledge is a bitch.
Yeah. Like once you have the more knowledge that you have, you
Yeah.
get like I don't know, like you
The
get
more depressed you become.
more depressed and you man,
Not depressed, but the more you
You're
think
more
about
aware
Yeah, you're
of
more aware
things.
of what's going on.
yeah.
Like all people want to buy a nice car. I don't care about what car I drive.
Me neither.
Car is a tool.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything in life is a
everything-
tool for you to get your freedom. I think
Yeah.
freedom is the main goal in life. Like that's for me.
I prefer to have a bad car and traveling.
Stop touching this. It's making sounds.
So I prefer to have a a regular car and travel more and
Mhm.
be more free.
Mm-hmm.
Like have, for example, money to if I get fired or if I quit from a company, have money to be there and not working for a period of time.
Yeah.
So man, we think different. I think we're built different.
No, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who think like us. It's, but not the majority. I would say
hmm
the majority of people, they have been raised, and the school system and the education just they teach you since day one.
Yeah.
They teach you to be an employee. They teach you to go by the book. They teach you to obey the rules.
Yeah. Even in school, like they don't teach you to be an entrepreneur.
Especially in school. I'll let's fix your microphone. Spin it.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Okay. It's this one. Okay.
so it
got
doesn't make any more sound.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So, especially in school, man, the way school are
They teach you all the time to be an employee.
An employee, exactly.
You have to obey the rule. You have to be on time. You have to. They don't teach. Man, they don't teach you
what you like. They teach you like, okay, you need to know math. Like I don't care about math. I want to be a musician. Why should I know math?
So I'm gonna say this in Spanish. Like trinomio cuadrado perfecto is the mathematic. This formula that I have never used once I graduated.
Man, I don't remember anything.
Man,
from school.
Me neither.
Even though we are architects and we use math, but we don't use it the way they taught us. Like just basic math. Like basic.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the school, like the way the school is structured, they teach you to, like you said, obey the rules, go by the book, do that. And then you graduate school, you go to college, same thing. It's a little bit different because you can pick your own classes, but still.
They don't prepare you for life.
Yeah.
There's things other than what they teach us that are regular stuff that you don't even imagine that's those kind of things happen. Like they don't have to teach you that, but you have to deal with people.
Right.
Like in school, you just be there, like presenting stuff.
Man, if you don't study like finance in college, and you study only architecture, you will have no clue of how to like do a contract with a client.
Yeah.
Of how to charge a client. Nothing. You're just like, okay, now what?
Even in architecture, like they never told us how to put price to your work.
Yeah.
And how can you charge people?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just figure it out.
Figure it out.
So
there's still people like there's.
But you know, it's good. It's good that you go through all those phases because, especially like for me, let's say from my own experience, that made me realize a lot of things, and that's why like now I think differently. Like I see stuff in a different way, and I might be wrong. I might like this. I'm not saying like how I think is the absolute true and the absolute best. It's just how I am. And some people who like to be employed and some people who like to obey the rules and they're happy, good for them. Yeah. Like I really,
that's
like
not
they
bad.
are lucky. Like, they are lucky.
Like they need to have employees to have entrepreneurial people.
Right.
That's what I think.
It depends. Like
not everybody should be entrepreneur and have their own company because that's not gonna be sustainable for the economy.
Each individual is driven by something in life. Like. Some people, they are just driven by having a family and being stable and being like, go to work, come back home, find your family around you, have this lifestyle that you are like with your family, with the peace of mind and just being stable. For us, and I think for most immigrants, we are already way past that point because we already broke that when we decided to leave our country and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like this is gone. You are never gonna be stable unless like you can bring your entire family here and you don't care about the rest of the people.
Yeah.
And then you might have some normal family life. But whenever you move, and especially if you are like the first generation, it's very difficult. So we are already past that. So this is not what motivates us. For us, we want the freedom, like at least for me. Some people are, I don't know, are motivated by money. If they are making a lot of money, that's good. Even if they want to work, I don't know, 24/7 every day.
That's one thing that I told to Sam. Like I prefer to be poor and have more time for me. Like I suffer from anxiety, and I've told you that. I have too much anxiety. It's something that I can't control. It's like your body throwing some chemicals, and it's at the end, your body is chemicals.
You're technically crazy. So
yeah, kind of. So at the end, it's chemicals that your brain sends to your body. Yeah. So I told Sam, like, I prefer to be less stressed and have less money. At some point, like if I'm gonna be all the time stressed and I'm gonna be sad and I'm gonna be like super, I don't know, like not enjoying what I'm doing, I prefer to get paid less money and be happier.
Yeah.
And we always say that, like all the time. In my birthday, when I see a star at 11:11, I always wish.
That's what we wish for.
Yeah, I wish for happiness. I don't care. I just wish for happiness.
And happiness can take many forms. Like can be in
for me,
in money, can be in freedom, can be
for
in,
me. It's
in
not
this,
money.
in
It's
family.
Freedom. It's freedom. Like
For
spend
now,
time.
for now.
Once you have kids,
it's different. It's
yeah.
different.
You have more people depending on you.
Right.
But for now, I don't have kids, and I just wanna be happier.
Yeah. And you know, I think like in human nature, people are selfish. And let me explain. Even me, like when they say no, I'm trying to sacrifice for my kids, I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that, because when you have kids, when you have a family, obviously I'm not there yet, but this is what I believe. When you have kids and when you have family and you are at that stage, and you say you're making all those sacrifices for them, you're not. You're making it for you, because your priority, what makes you happy, is knowing that they are safe, knowing that they are secure, and knowing that they are happy.
And make them.
So basically, you're doing it for yourself, to bring yourself your own satisfaction by having you doing those sacrifices.
You want them to be better than you, not
Yes.
this way, but like you want them a better life that you have.
Yeah, and this makes you happy. So in a way, you're doing this for you.
Yeah.
And I bet you, if that doesn't make you happy, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it. Even though you seem like you're not happy and you're doing all those sacrifices, but deep inside you are.
Yeah.
So you're doing it for yourself. So human men are selfish.
Yeah.
They are just a reality, and we need to be fine with that. And even for me, like everything I do, how's that gonna make me happy? Even being friends with you, let's say. If I don't like you, and if you do stuff that I don't like and doesn't bring me joy, I wouldn't be friends with you. It's that easy. Even a girl you date, same thing. If you're making all those sacrifices for her and she's not happy, it's not because what's the point? If she's not happy by the sacrifices you're doing, so she's not bringing you happiness, so forget it.
Yep.
So yeah, here we are.
So talking about the
Julio is speechless. They're just two ladies that passed across us, and he's like, "Oh,
so
Miami."
So do you have, like, once you move here, do you have any story of moving by yourself, like struggling?
Oh man, I have so many stories.
Because I have to. So
Yeah,
you want to start or I start?
I'll let you start.
So
I think your leg is in my camera. Okay. Go ahead.
So I have some stories, like when I moved to my apartment, I remember.
Hold on. Finish your microphone first.
So I remember some stories of me moving by myself. It was the first time that I moved by myself. Like in our countries, you have to live, you have to marry or live with your parents till you get independent. So here I moved. I was living with Miguel and I moved to my own apartment. We used to travel a lot. And at this period, at this point of my life, I had to do everything. Like you have to think by yourself. Like if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you.
Of course.
So I remember that I was ordering all my furniture from Amazon and IKEA. And he make fun of it all the time. Like, all your furniture, most of your furniture is from IKEA.
It's like you are in an IKEA showroom, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm proud of it. Man, I only have a weekend.
Yeah.
To go to IKEA, rent a truck, go to IKEA, get everything, and go back home. Man, it was a mess. Because, man, like all those boxes, even there were boxes taller than me and heavier than me.
And you were alone?
By myself. So I have to take all this furniture from IKEA. They spend like 2 hours to give me all these. I ordered, most of the things in IKEA, and I have to wait like 2 hours.
Someone is spending money.
And so I had to put all these things in the truck by myself. It was super heavy, and they don't even have a trolley to move all this furniture. So imagine myself carrying all these boxes, like really heavy boxes, and I live in a 7th floor.
Yeah.
So it was worse than that. So, man, it was a mess. I was putting all this furniture in my apartment, and I took all this furniture inside. And once I finished, I had to rush to get the truck back to the rental.
What, you only rented the truck for like 2 hours?
No. I rented, like, I thought I was gonna spend like 4 hours, just 4 hours or like that. But man, I spent even more than that. It was a mess, man.
Yeah.
And I had to go to Alabama, I think, or Texas again. And every time that I used to come back, I had all my furniture in boxes. So all the time that I come back,
So you're sitting on the box, basically.
no, literally, yeah. So every time that I used to come back to Miami, I had to call my friend, man, I have all my furniture in boxes, so I can't stay in your home like for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I remember that. And
It took me 4 months to assemble all the furniture.
Damn.
And when I came back from Texas,
Because you were gone the entire, like, you were gone for like 3 weeks and coming back on
all
the weekend.
All the time that I used to come back is for example, for little vacations, like go here to Miami and go to the airport right away. Pack everything and go to the airport to go to Dominican Republic. So I didn't have time to assemble all the furniture. And when I started like assemble everything, I just assembled the bed first. It took me many days. So I was
Probably you suck at assembling things.
No, man, I'm not a fucking architect.
So
Man,
it took you like forever to assemble a bed.
No, I assembled the bed right away, but all the furniture that you used, and even like if you move to a new apartment, you have many things that you didn't know that existed that you need.
Yeah.
For example, to cook and to do all the stuff that you regularly do in your house. So like all the time that I used to go to the supermarket, I bought a bunch of stuff that you were not aware that you needed, but man, you need a lot of stuff to do regular stuff in your house. So what about you? I know.
It definitely didn't take me like 4 months to furnish my apartment. That's for sure.
But I know that you had to put all your stuff in the car.
Yeah.
We mentioned that in one of the episodes. And you were moving at the beginning till you get your apartment where you're living right now.
Yeah, so I was staying in an Airbnb that was furnished. So I didn't have to buy anything. And then they called me and they told me that we're selling the house. And you have to move all your stuff. So also at the time I was traveling a lot. So I put all my stuff in my car and I couldn't find an apartment. Like that was in June.
It's hard to find apartments here in Miami.
It was
like
early June.
You can find like really nice apartment with a good price. Is
Yeah, there's no way you can find a good apartment with a good price. It's super rare. It's worse than New York, man.
Yeah.
It's and now, oh my God,
everybody's moving to Miami.
Yeah, now it's getting insane. So I put all my stuff in my car and I drove to the airport. I just parked my car in the airport. I did like the long-term parking, and I left for Alabama for work. And every time I used to come back to Miami, I used to take my car and go stay in a hotel and look for apartments. So I kept doing that for like a month or two, and eventually I was able to find an apartment in downtown Miami, where I live now. And I found this apartment, but they didn't have anything available till like the end of August. And I couldn't find anything else, so I had no other choice. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to wait till the end of August and keep doing this hotel thing till
and probably
till I move.
You were spending a lot of money.
Yeah, and
even
it wasn't that bad because I was only coming back to Miami Saturday, Sunday, and then leaving on Monday, and because I was going to Alabama, but then. In beginning of August, they assigned me a project in Boca. Remember?
Yeah.
So I had to come and stay in Miami always in my house. And usually when I travel, they give us you per diem. So that was like kind of balancing things. So it was fine.
At the beginning.
So when I came back and I had to work this project in Boca, I don't have an apartment. So I had to rent like for 2 weeks. I rented this house for 2 weeks in a very, very sketchy neighborhood. Like super.
What was the name? Alapata? No.
Alapata,
Alapata.
yeah. Alapata, yeah. It wasn't Alapata. It was a very sketchy neighborhood. It was a shitty one studio apartment. Like so bad.
It was in the ghetto.
So bad.
Like, in the ghetto.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I paid for 2 weeks, $2,000, man.
What?
$2,000 for 2 weeks.
Damn. You're not paying that right now, and you're
No.
living your own apartment.
No. So I had this apartment, but I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I was driving to Boca every day. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna rent another apartment in Boca until they give me back until my apartment is available, like my legit apartment is available. So I rented another apartment in Boca, which was really nice, and it was way cheaper. So I stayed there for like a week, and I just left this apartment because one day in Alapata, like the police came in and they started knocking on the doors. It was crazy.
You didn't tell me that story.
Yeah, they were like dealing drugs. I don't know what they were doing.
In your apartment?
Yeah, like my neighbor. It was like a house, and it had many studios in it.
Wow.
So the police came, and it was insane. I was like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm not gonna stay here.
And
But-
I used to wait for you
Yeah,
to go to Boca,
yeah.
and I used to wait in the metro station.
Mhm.
I remember one time there was two people next to me, like one next to the other, and one random guy came with a smoking weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he passed to these random people. Hey, you want a blunt? You wanna?
Yeah.
And he passed the weed to the guy next to me, and the
Mhm.
other guy, like I was in the middle of them, and the other guy passed the
Mm-hmm.
the pot to the other guy, and I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
that's normal here, like whoa,
Mhm.
like
Yeah. So, man, and no one tells you that this is what you're gonna go through. And when you are going through this, you don't think about it until it's over.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow.
And one thing, I don't know if that happened to you, like when bad things happen to me, I don't tell my mom, for example.
No, you don't tell
'Cause
anyone.
I don't want her to worry about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I don't want to put them in that. I know that they worry too much, and I probably will never tell. Like
Yeah. No, so yeah, man. I moved to that apartment in Boca, and eventually they told me like, "Oh, your apartment is available." So I came here. I know we work on this project in Boca, and then they were throwing away all the furniture, and I really didn't have time to buy furniture. So I was like, I'm just gonna take a sofa, I'm gonna take a bed, and just go throw it in my apartment. And I had a guy who was working with me. He's from Jordan. He was one of our like subcontractors working on the project. And I told him like, listen, I'm moving to a new place. Can you help me? He's like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. So he helped me move the furniture from Boca to Miami, and then I had to move it to my apartment on the 20th floor. And for the first like month, I was just like, I didn't have a mattress, so I had a bed but without a mattress, and I didn't have time to go buy one. And I was traveling all the time, so I was just like sleeping on the sofa.
wow.
For like the first month. And now you see my place, man. I got everything.
It's good.
Yeah, I got everything now. So, but to get here, and I remember, man, at that time, like my bank account, wow.
We were poor.
Yeah. I was looking, like a month ago, I was looking at like my bank statement throughout the year, like 2019, 2020. At one point, man, I barely survived. I'll tell
We
you
used
that.
we used to live like check by check.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, so now I am happy, like where I got to, because when you move here, no one tells you like, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own. You might go broke.
Yeah.
No one's gonna look at you.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, if you ask for help from your parents, they're not gonna let you alone. But
They
that's
won't-
not the point of moving to another country.
Yeah. They probably won't help me economically, but
Mhm.
probably I will need to go to Dominican Republic and will live with my mom, for example, if I get
Yeah.
broke,
Yeah.
But they won't like give me money, like
Mhm.
literally give me money.
Yeah.
That's why like you have to think like at
Yeah,
least minimum 3 months ahead.
But it's not just about the money. The
Mhm.
point of moving like to a new country and being on your own is to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do
Yeah.
it, and I proved, not to anyone, like I don't care about anyone. I proved to myself,
Mhm.
and that's the most important thing, that no matter what, I'll find a way, and I'll get through, and I'll keep going.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing, because this gives you a lot of self-confidence in a way that you cannot imagine.
Yeah.
You have to and for everyone who's watching us, especially if they are younger and they are just starting, like my advice, don't be afraid. Whatever makes you afraid, when you are afraid, this means that you need to do that.
Yeah.
Like if you are afraid to do something, means that you need to do it.
I'm the type of person that I jump and I figure it out like when I'm in the air.
Yeah, skydiving.
So that's the way I have to put me in that situation. If you don't do that, you'll never. If you don't put yourself,
You will not
in,
advance.
Yeah.
You will not advance. You will not learn anything. You will not. And
maybe-
it's gonna hit you at one point.
Mhm.
Like even if you don't do it and you stay on the safe side, at one point, it's gonna come and get you.
Yeah.
So whenever you have an enemy, you don't wait for them to attack.
Mhm.
You go there and you head on,
Yeah.
get to it, learn from it. You might suffer a little bit, but you'll be better.
Yeah.
As long as you survive, as long as you don't die,
Yeah.
it's still
you don't-
good.
You don't have of hunger.
Yeah.
You know how to cook.
Even if you became homeless, no matter what, you'll get through.
Yeah.
But just make sure you survive, you don't die. Just that's the most important thing, that you survive.
Yeah. And I think like from our culture, like your family doesn't help you to do that step.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put you in a comfortable. Even I don't know if that happened here in the U.S., but they put you in a comfortable situation, so it gets harder to you to get out of the comfort zone, or most of the time. And
100%, man. 100%. It's because family, man. Especially your family, they are very. They care about you.
yeah,
You know, and
that's good, but it's a problem.
yeah, and they are like very emotional,
Yeah,
and
they don't want you to get.
but
risks.
listen, this
risks.
is when I go back to my topic that people are selfish and
Mhm.
the human being are selfish. They are emotional. They care about you, but this is all for them.
Mhm.
You know,
And not even for you. Yeah.
we have a poet in Lebanon called Gibran Khalil Gibran, and he say this famous like quote: "Your children are not your children; they are the children of life."
Wow.
So you cannot, man. You can, and hopefully one day when I have children, I still have the same mentality, which I doubt. But hopefully, like I can let my children be
Mhm.
and not have. I mean, you need to be emotional with your kids, of course, but not have my action be led by emotion.
Yeah.
Like I want my kid to suffer. It's not like if I had to suffer. No, he needs to live a good life. No, he needs to learn. And I'm thankful, man, because my father put me through this. Like growing up, he had me work every summer.
Mhm.
He had me. He was always there for me to help me. He
Yeah.
gave me like all the money I need, and he wanted me to do investment on my own. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna loan you this money. You put it in a project, and if you win money, that's good. You pay me back. You take your profit. If you don't, we're gonna have a different talk.
Yeah.
And this pushed me to like explore other stuff, to think differently, I guess.
I think life put me in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like when probably most of the people don't know that, but my dad passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes me like be a man. You know,
Yeah.
Once you don't have your dad there, and you're the only man of the house, you have to be like, you have to represent. You have to work hard. You have to be there for whatever they need in your house.
And he passed away. How old were you?
I was 17, so I was still in school.
In school.
Yeah.
So this was like the most important year in your life because you were
Yeah.
going to college.
Yeah.
And you need to figure out how you're gonna pay for college.
Yeah, that's the point of your life, that you have to think what you're gonna do. You have to figure out things
Yeah.
in your life.
Not just keep thinking that you wanna be Tarzan.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that happened. I think everything in your life have happened for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and this reason pushed me to do what I'm doing right now, what I'm right now, and what I studied right in that period of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't regret of anything that happened in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to deal with it and grow, and you do your stuff,
Right.
and that's it.
Exactly.
So going back to the top, I don't know, going back to the topic of being a grown person. I don't know if that happened to you, but you always have something to do. Doesn't happen to you? Like, I'm gonna explain myself. Like, for example, right now, I have like 3 projects. Right now, I should be doing a quote for a person that he has to pay me, but I haven't finished that quote.
What?
For example.
Like, I'm not following.
No. It's not a quote. It's like I don't know how to say it. Like a payment.
A proposal?
No. I already did the job.
Oh, okay.
So I have to do like a paper that says the price and all
your
this.
Fees.
Yeah, my fees.
Like
so for the company,
your invoice.
Yeah, my invoice. Yeah, for them to pay me, like legally to pay me.
Mm-hmm.
I have to select some floors for a design that I did. I have to do some renderings. I have to do all these things, work.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, once we finish this, I have to go home, and I have to clean the house. I have to do the dishes, and I have to.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Like, you watch all those like business mogul. Like, they go on YouTube and they start like, you need to work 18 hours a day. You need to do like 16 hours a day, 14. I don't know. Like, work hard. You wake up at 4 a.m. You go to the gym. You work out. Then you go to the office. You do your emails. Like, you fucking asshole. Do you do your laundry? Do you do your dishes? Do you even cook?
Yeah.
Like, they don't talk about that. Who does that? Probably their assistant.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Be real.
Yeah.
Like, be real.
There's a lot of things that you have to do. People don't realize that. Like, once when you work from 9 to 6, you don't have time. Like, you just have to, like, 4 times, because I go to sleep like at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I go home at 7, and I have like 3 hours to, for example, work with the podcast, like editing and all this. Like, for example, doing the intro. But I have freelance stuff, and at the same time I have to cook, for example, my cook for the next day, or I have to clean the house, or I have to do the dishes.
You have to use the bathroom.
I have to use that.
You have to take a shower.
Like, if you want
to shave.
If you want to have like a healthy life, you have to do exercise.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a balance, and it's hard. Like,
and when they tell you like you need to sleep, just sleep 4 hours a day. No.
Even me, like, I have anxiety, and I try to sleep 8 hours a day.
8 hours is a bit much. Like, for me, 6 to 7 hours is perfect. Like, I sleep 6 to 7 hours. But man, if you sleep less than that to do more work, you will not be productive.
Yeah.
You will lose all productivity. Especially like after I have lunch, I'm not productive. I need to rest for an hour and do nothing, and just like rest to be productive again, and to keep like the rest of your day and be productive for the rest of the day. And they just go and now with social media, even though we're part of social media, I would say, it just doesn't show you reality.
Yeah. They don't show you the back of the scene.
Yeah.
Like, behind cameras and all
Yeah,
this.
do more, and work hard. Especially like those people who are like entrepreneur and do more. Man, come on. Okay, you need to do more. I agree with that. Like, for me, I try to work every day at least like 12 to 13 hours, but you cannot do more than that.
Yeah.
If you work 12 to 13 hours, let's do the math. 12 to 13 hours, okay? And you sleep for 7 hours, that's 20. You have 4 hours to do your whatever, laundry, to rest. But this is full. Like, you're talking like you're full.
Yeah, and you have to enjoy life. Like, you want to go out with the friends. We want to spend time with people.
Let's say you only work weekdays. You do that on the weekend. Still,
you want to
a
read.
lot.
Like, for me, I want to read. I want to, do stuff to grow. But time is the most.
And probably like in your shift, your typical job where you do your 9 hours, you're not working really 9 hours. No one can work 9 hours nonstop. The most is you're working 6 hours, I would say, from the 9. The other 3 hours are just like wasted on coffee, on chit chat with your fellow employees, on stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you try to fill your schedule and be the most productive you can. But still, reality is reality, and time is time.
Yeah.
You can't add time to a day unless you have like 3 other assistants that do the rest of your stuff.
Yeah. So in life, like, once you grow up, you have to.
Love always win.
So you need to have this balance. You can do whatever you want when you're grown. Like, if you want right now, you can. not do whatever you want. I'm not talking like literally, but you can go one night and get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to assume the consequence of doing that.
Of the next morning.
Yeah. So, for example, if you can eat junk food every day,
Mm-hmm.
but
you
your
have
health,
to exercise.
yeah, you have to exercise. Like you can drink, you can't. You can drink every day, but at the next day,
If you drink every day, you're an alcoholic.
yeah, I know. But at the next day, you have to go work.
Yep.
Like nothing is happening. You know,
Yep.
like what happened to me
Yesterday.
Yeah, I went drink to some of my friends from Dominican Republic, but at the next day, I had to go on site. I have to be in the sun. Like I was like,
You
I
weren't
was
feeling
bad.
good.
Man, yeah, I wasn't feeling good, and that's part of the life. Like you need to have balance. You need to assume all the consequences.
Mm-hmm. And that's part of growing up.
Yeah.
It's get way more complicated, and some people, they don't see it that way. They see like, oh, I'm grown up, I have a job, I have this. That's awesome.
And I don't know if that happened to you, but like health, do you care about health?
Of course, man.
No, but do you go to the hospital and
No.
Like once you grow, I don't know. When I was a child, your parents used to take you to the hospital to do like the check, everything in your body, if everything is okay. Once you grow up, like for me,
You
for
don't
example,
care.
I don't care anymore, and that's bad. Like you should.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what's gonna happen with you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wait till the airplane pass.
Bye-bye, plane.
So when you grow up, you forget to go to the hospital, and you spend like years. I have like 2 years without going to the hospital and do like general,
Mm-hmm.
checkup of your body and to see if everything is okay with you.
Yeah, now I feel like I need to go, man.
Me too,
You
like-
need to take care of yourself.
Man, you never know. Like you're young.
Because if you die, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Like everything you're trying to do, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
At the end, if you're making money, but you don't
doesn't
have
matter.
health.
Yeah, it doesn't
At the
matter.
end, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Take care of yourself, kids.
yeah, man, and you never know. There's a lot of things that, like when you're young, you think that you are a superhero,
Mm-hmm.
that nothing is gonna happen to you. You can get drunk, you can eat bad food, you can do whatever you want, but that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of illness that you can get, like
Yeah.
being a young person.
So
You
yeah,
never
I
know,
mean,
so-
if you can stay young forever, man, that would be the
Awesome.
best. But that's not reality. Everyone's gonna grow up. Everyone. So yeah, growing up is. I mean, it's fun still because you get to discover more. You get to experience more.
Yeah,
But
And-
you get with freedom comes a lot of responsibilities.
yeah, and with the money, like they pay you in your company, but you have to decide what do you want to do with this money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
Don't
tricky
do
part.
drugs. Don't do drugs.
That's a tricky part. Like you have money, and then you have to decide what you're gonna do with this money. And sometimes you see your bank account and you're like, whoa, like
Mhm.
I can do this move now.
Mhm.
But maybe, man, that's why you have to think like in the future. Like you have this money now, but if you spend it, you could spend this money in a better way,
Mhm.
and it can, I don't know, be better for your future. But at the moment, you're not thinking about it.
I
You're-
once saw a book that say how to be smart with your money. It's like business 101.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one page. Spend less money than you make.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that's hard. Like,
Yeah, here with the credit cards, it is hard because you have all those credit cards and you think you have more money, but no,
no.
you don't.
And all the time that you want
It's
to
a debt.
take like those kind of decisions, you're like, I deserve it. You don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I work too hard for that. Like I work like, man, I work 24/7. I have to spend money. I have to travel. I have to do. But at the end, like, you have to think in your future. You have to invest. You have to save money. If you want to have, for example, if you want to have a house, if you
Mhm.
want to do things in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they don't teach you that in school.
They don't teach you.
That's the
anything.
funniest part.
Yeah. So yeah.
That has been a really good episode, and I feel like drain all the things that I wanted to say
Mm-hmm.
in front of the camera, and for the people that are young and are in the university and are going to have this life soon, you know.
Yeah. So what do you want to tell them for like for people who are still in university, people who are still
Enjoy every single day. Enjoy it, because once you graduated, your family is not gonna be there to all the crazy things that you do in your life. So enjoy. I don't know, like, don't think in the future. Like, once you graduate, you're gonna think about it. But if you're studying, just enjoy the moment. I don't know, man.
That's your advice?
Yeah, enjoy the moment, man.
Okay, kids, listen up.
If you're
Listen up, kids.
if you're not working,
Enjoy. Go have drugs. Go have
no,
sex.
no, 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 not that, no, not that kind of. Like, enjoy what you have in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not gonna have this too much time to, you know, do all the things that you want to do.
Right.
You're not gonna have the money. You will probably have to carry and think about your future, your money in the future. I don't know, man.
Man, but here's the thing. So there are 3 stages in life.
Mm-hmm.
When you are young,
Mm-hmm.
you have the energy,
Mm-hmm.
you have the time,
Yeah.
you don't have the money.
Yeah.
When you are in the middle, you have the energy, you have the money, you don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're older, you have the time, you have the money, but you don't have the energy.
Yeah.
So if you can get all 3
yeah, that's the best thing.
as early as possible, that will be the goal.
Yeah.
I believe. And just like what I would say, even though like I'm not in a position to give advice,
Me neither.
to be real, it's just like just follow whatever you like and don't listen to anyone, because no one knows better than you.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to take risks, because risks always pay off. Always. In a way that you could not imagine. Sometimes you think like, oh shit, I did that and it turned out for the worst. But trust me, maybe in 10 years you're gonna like, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
Like, there are some stuff that I did when I was even in school
Mm-hmm.
that now I say I'm very grateful that I did that in school. Even though at the time it didn't seem like a good idea. It didn't, like, the result was bad, super bad, but now I'm very grateful for it. So whenever you feel the fear of jumping, this is when you jump.
Yeah. And with experience, I've learned, like, if you don't feel good in a place, or if you don't love what you're doing, it doesn't have a point, like, to keep doing this. Like, you have to try to balance, like, do the things that you love, and at the same time, like, you get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the best thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm. So kids, grow up, have fun, no fear, and whenever
Jump.
and that's a good spot to end the podcast.
Yeah.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.